second most important piece of advice. I can promise you, and I said this in the meeting, I can promise you, I think there's 60 people on this call. There's 30 people on this call who are smarter than me. Maybe 40, maybe 50. But I promise you, I am not the smartest person on this call. Okay? What I have, what is my superpower, is what's called EQ. Right? There's IQ, which is raw intelligence. Right? That's you can take an IQ test, maybe even to some extent the ACT or the SAT or a calculus, exam will tell you your IQ. That's going to tell you how smart you are. What they don't know how to test for is your EQ. That is your emotional quotient. That's your ability to relate well with people. That's a skill you can learn, and the team at Boss is teaching you that. Everything Everett said at the outset is all about EQ, okay? It is about a firm handshake. It's about sending a thank you note when somebody does something kind to you. It's about listening as much as you speak. It's about being genuinely interested in the people you're talking to, right? That is the difference. That is how someone who is average intelligence among those that are on this call, I'm sure, is able to be very successful in my field. It's EQ. And my advice to most young people, 10% of you, 5% of you are off the charts smart. Okay? I don't know which one, but maybe it's 3% of you are off the charts smart. You can go out into the world and compete using your intelligence. You can get a job at Google and you can be smarter than all the people sitting next to you, but you're going to be competing against people based on how smart you are and how hard you work, right? I never wanted to do that because I'm going to lose that game. In a career like being a financial advisor, you got to be smart enough and you got to master the craft. You got to put in the time to learn it. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to learn it. You just have to put in the time to learn basic economics, learn how financial markets work, and use your EQ and your being smart enough. Using your EQ and being smart enough will get you further than simply using your IQ. So I don't care if someone on this call gets a 70th percentile score on the ACT, and I don't care if you're doing your best in school and you're a C student. Right? Be an A student if you can. But that too often limits people who have a very high EQ from reaching their potential.